What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Sports Brew with Mike and
Panos
and Mike.
Mike.
And here we go.
As usual, we're starting with our beer of the day. So our beer of the day today is Neon Rainbows by Omen Gang. It's a hazy IPA, as you can tell. Right there, look at all those nice things. Omen Gang is some of you may know Omen Gang as the brewery that made all the Game of Thrones beers.
Oh shit, really?
Mm-hmm. So I said some of you may know, so clearly Mike didn't. Yeah, they're the ones that made
Milk of the Poppy? Is the Milk of the Poppy?
That's not the Milk of the Poppy. You don't want the Milk of the Poppy. That'll mess you up. Anyways, so yeah, it's a brewery based out of, where was it?
Cooperstown, New York,
where the Baseball Hall of Fame is. Yeah, it's actually a very good brewery. Got a lot of good things. During Game of Thrones, they came out with all those, all those Game of Thrones beers, the big bomber bottles. They had, then they had like some 4-packs. I don't know if you've seen them. Like Hand of the King was one of them. Mother of Dragons, I believe, was another.
Nice.
There was a lot of cool ones.
I didn't know this existed until now.
But
But
a lot
pretty
of
cool.
a lot of good ones.
Oh,
So yeah, it's a hazy IPA. So as you can see, it's really hazy. It's not very clear. And look at that heat.
Unfiltered.
Boom.
It's good. Where can you find it?
You can find it at that downstairs location that I always mention at Total Wine. Mendez Fuel. If you guys don't know who Mendez Fuel is, it is a seasonal, so it probably won't be around for long. So I would go grab it as soon as you can.
All right. Thank you for that.
Of course.
All right, guys, we're going to step into today's episode with the beer, and now we're going to follow that up with a little bit of heat talk.
It's Tyler Tuesday, everybody. Don't forget.
Finally got his jersey.
I finally got my jersey. It came in on Sunday. I was able to watch the game in this.
Finals.
Yes.
I guess you know what happened on Sunday, right?
We won
So that means you're
by 11.
keeping that on, right?
I'm. This is the exact outfit I wore Sunday. So yes, I am already keeping it on. I haven't washed it.
No wonder.
I actually
there's a
rubbed it in
smell.
shit. I'm just
There's a certain smell in the
it was
air.
washed. I actually pulled this out of the dryer.
I'm sure.
Anyways, but this is the exact outfit I wore. Had it all over the head. Boom. Ah.
Oh, nice haircut, Bonos. Look at you.
No.
Wow. I wish I could say I got the haircut too, but no, I don't. Anyways, I keep cutting my hair since March, but it's all right. You know how we do. Keys to success. What needs to happen? I think Bam is playing today. So, Bonos, your expertise on the matter?
What needs to happen today is we need to not let the intensity of the Lakers push us back. They're pissed off. They played terrible. In their defense, we also played very good. In game 1, they played outrageously good.
Yeah.
Game 2, we played very good. And they played good. They just beat us primarily because of their offensive rebounds. I mean, there was 16 offensive rebounds that led to.
Whereas game 3, they only out-rebounded us by 6 rebounds, which is a lot closer than the 11 or the 14 from game 2.
Exactly. So they're known for being a great defense, the Lakers. And they are. They're a very, very good defensive team. They're very long. They're very athletic. They crash the boards. They play good defense. We have been able to score on them with relative ease.
Yeah, we've been
For
over
the most
100.
part, we've been actually very good, and we've been able to kind of slow them down from scoring as well. Minus, obviously, the first 2 games it was an anomaly. They shot threes at a ridiculous rate. Second game was really the offensive rebounds that killed us. At the end of the game, when we won in game 3, Jimmy said, Rachel Nichols asked, what was the key to the victory? He's like, we rebounded. That's literally what he said. Obviously, he had a 40-point triple-double. Easily one of the top 3 Heat games ever. Like, game 3, Dallas, 2006, where Wade popped off. The LeBron game 6 against the Celtics in the Garden is one of the top ones. And this one, I would probably put, this might be up there. I would put, only because it's in the finals as opposed to the conference finals, like LeBron's, I would put this as number 2.
To me,
I'm
I
also
think,
biased with Dwayne Wade.
I think we witnessed something that will go down in history as one of those NBA final moments. Granted, if we win the series, it'll go down 100% as one of those moments. If we lose, it might be a little forgotten. Not to us Heat fans, though.
It'll be similar. If we lose, it'll be similar to how AI came out in 2000.
Everybody's comparing that.
To AI.
That's
it's
the
like game
comparison.
1. The only thing is for him, it was game 1, so it was a little different. Like this one was game 3, an elimination game.
Mm-hmm.
They started game 1, they didn't win anything after that. So
Yeah. The Lakers are like, whoa.
So let's we'll see. But what they need, Jimmy obviously it's unlikely that Jimmy repeats it that way.
What?
It's unlikely that Jimmy repeats it.
I think he's gonna repeat it.
He's going to play well today, I believe, but I think the most important thing for us is to maintain the intensity that we had in the last game, continue with that defensive pressure. Even if we don't get AD in foul trouble, which he was in the last game, we need to continue doing the same exact thing where every time he caught the ball at the low block, they would double him and force him to pass the ball out. So instead of making letting AD beat you, you got to make someone else beat you, and that includes LeBron. Even LeBron, he had a solid game, but they played very well on him. The Heat want the Lakers to take open threes. Not that they want them to, they'll live with them taking certain open threes because they're not a lethal 3-point shooting
So the
team.
zone changed from game 1 and 2 to game 3.
They barely played game zone in the last game.
Thank goodness, because man, it changed everything dramatically.
And then they also played Leonard more. Olynyk played a lot.
Leonard played 17 minutes. Most of it came in the first half after that. But he set the he set the tone. I can see that happening again. The only thing is, though, the Lakers can camp out. When Jimmy drives, Jimmy had opportunities to just lay it up. He didn't. He passed it out. Man, does Crowder need to get it going? If Crowder in those corner threes,
well, I think Crowder played okay. The one I think
defensively he's great.
The one that I really think, and I've been saying it for a while, is Duncan. Dude, Duncan is imposter syndrome, whatever you want. Duncan really, really needs to get it going.
But there's going to be a game where Duncan and Crowder, it's probably today, where they get it going. If they get it going with what we have with Jimmy Butler and Kelly Olynyk continuing to play the way he's playing, oh my gosh, it's amazing. As a Heat fan, you feel good, you feel comfortable. We both said they'd win in 6. I don't know anymore. It's kind of crazy.
I'm still calling it in 6. It's going to be tough. But
we have to go game by game. Bam is back. I think with Bam back, it changes the dynamic.
He didn't say he was back. He said it's likely he's going to play, but he's not for sure.
I think he will play.
I think
his minutes will be restricted.
I think he's going to. I don't think he's going to start. I think he's going to come off the bench.
He'll play a Myles Leonard role,
and he'll probably finish the game.
Yeah,
so they'll manage his minutes so that he doesn't start, but he plays a certain amount of minutes and he finishes the game. Spo likes to do this one, especially when people miss time, because you kind of get out of the rhythm of playing and your conditioning. Even though it's only been like 5 days since hasn't played a game, 6, it makes a difference.
Okay, so what happens now? Bam can't shoot a 3. Mm-hmm. The 2 centers that we had, Olynyk and Myers, can. So now it changes. Bam can't be in the paint as Jimmy drives. Mm-hmm. Remember, when Jimmy was driving, he was driving on KCP or Kuzma or something like that, or Rondo. He would switch off with the pin, drive. No one was in the paint. He'd either finish or he'd pass it out. If Bam is playing, where's Bam going to go?
They'll put Bam at the free throw line extended. They'll keep Bam at the free throw line, and they'll do like a.
This is where Bam needs to know how to pick and pop.
There so that he can do that exactly.
He needs to pick and pop.
He's improved a lot in that situation. In that. Picking and popping, but if he could get to like Chris Bosh level popping.
Yeah, you keep saying that. That's
true. If he can, dude, he is gonna be.
But consistency like Chris Bosh.
And even Chris Bosh, towards the end of his career, before the whole 3-point renaissance that happened with the Warriors, he was starting to shoot a lot of threes here.
He was.
Like he didn't really do it before, but he was starting to. I mean, he had a game winner, I think, against Portland or something.
Yeah, man, sucks what happened to him.
Yeah,
Panos, who wins tonight?
I'm going Heat. Heat win tonight, even up the series. Especially that Bam is going to play. They're going to have a lot of energy. I do feel that the Lakers are going to start off strong and the Heat are going to be able to weather the storm. But I'm being completely honest. From the beginning, I know how difficult this series is going to be. I'm not going to be surprised if the Lakers beat us.
I hope.
I'm not.
I hope.
But I believe it's possible. And I have faith in us. And I think we'll get the job done.
I really hope. All right, moving on to the next topic. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a game going on as we were recording this. The Marlins were playing. I was watching the game very attentively. Marlins are still playing. They're currently losing 9-5 in the bottom of the 8th after they were up 4-3 for most of the game. The Braves have come back, and now they're up 9-5. This is a best-of-5 series, of course. It's the NLDS. So hopefully there's still another inning. Hopefully we can bounce back and rally, and we can win this game. It's game 1. Tomorrow's game 2 o'clock. So let's see. Let's go Marlins. Let's go Fish. Let's go bottom feeders, guppies, whatever you want to call it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it, boys.
All right. After that, in our pick'ems of last week, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That guy.
I'm back in it.
So as of the season was going, I was +4. Panos went +3 last week, so now I'm only +1. I took bad risks.
He did.
But
as much as I love the Dolphins, he picked the Dolphins.
As much as I'm a realist, I took some stupid risks. I thought I was playing with house money, and now he's back in it.
No house money.
So congratulations to Panos.
Thanks.
One thing that we did both agree on, we thought that Adam Gase was going to be out after the loss.
He wasn't, but George O'Brien, Bill O'Brien was.
Bill O'Brien was fired. Wow.
You know, I didn't know prior to. I knew that he did a lot of crazy things in the offseason, but I did not realize they had the highest
cap,
like the highest cap of all teams.
Yeah, man.
That is insane. And like he gave Hopkins money to Randall Cobb. And bro, I don't. You know what?
I like Randall Cobb. Actually.
You know what? We're actually happy with this situation.
We are.
Explain to them why we're happy with this situation.
Well, as you know, and if you don't, now you will. The Miami Dolphins traded Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills for the Texans' 2020 first and second round pick.
1 and 2.
Not only the 2019 first round pick, which we used
already,
but now the 2020 first and second. So, yeah, as of right now, it's forecasting as a top 5 pick. With the Dolphins' normal pick being a top 10 already.
We could easily be pick number 1 because they're defeated.
Yeah, I don't think that'll last. Roman Cornell takes over. He has experience as a head coach, even though he's not super successful at it. He does have experience. He can run things smoothly until they get to the end. And they pretty much have a...
And it'll change a little bit as well because O'Brien was the one doing all the play
dictator.
calling.
No, he just took over play calling this week.
It was this week?
This
I thought it was a season.
No, it was this week that he just took over play calling and he got the axe. It's like, what? Now you were a general manager, the head coach, and you're gonna call plays. What can one man do with so much power? To the bench, boom, you're out. So Roman Cornell takes over. I like Roman Cornell. He's a good veteran coach. You know, see what happens. Deshaun Watson is gonna be there, still calling the plays with Randall Cobb and
Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks, David Johnson.
a bunch of the same type.
Do something, David.
No, I'm not big on David Johnson.
Sorry.
Actually, in 2 leagues, package traded him already. I had to get rid of that guy. So that's that with the Texans. Panos, can you name me the kicker for the Dallas Cowboys?
Greg the Blake.
There is no need for a kicker on this team, as
Because they don't kick.
They're always behind by 30, and then they're always going for 2. Mike McCarthy went from I'm going to go for on 4th and 1 at the 40-yard line of the other team. I'm going to punt. He went from the most conservative freaking guy in Green Bay to I have to show them I'm with analytics. I'm with all this new contraptions these young kids are with. I'm a new guy.
Snappers.
This guy sucks, bro. Mr. McCarthy, what the hell's wrong with you? I have a Cowboys kicker, man. Kick the ball. Become freaking Tony Sperano. I don't care.
Dude.
Man.
Why are you complaining? You beat the crap out of me this week. The kicker could have given you -50 and he would have beat me.
Panos, yes, he said something very important. Panos and I played this week.
He beat me by 76 points.
76 points.
My team forgot that they thought they were still in college and they played on Saturday. So no one showed up for Sunday. I had one guy who showed up for Monday, but that's because he almost didn't play because of the Rona. Besides, whatever. I'm gonna cry.
It's okay. Panos still has a good team. He'll bounce back.
Hopefully. And if not, fire sale. Everybody, free $99.
That's how I feel, Greg. Yes, but Panos, I have to get on it because defense and kickers I'm really big on. And combined, I started to
have a good defense and a good kicker.
You do, but the Steelers was. I was thinking about that. I want Tucker and the Steelers. I'll give you Aaron Kyler Murray. No. Sorry, guys. But look, man, my Cardinals defense against the Panthers, -2. Greg the Leg, 4. I got 2 points from 2 positions. And I still beat him by 76. But still, it should have been 100. Come on now.
He also dropped the Bills and I picked them up. Didn't you drop the Bills? Was it you?
I drop a lot of people when people pick them up and start. Goes to show I should trade all these freaking people.
Smart.
No.
But yeah, you dropped the Bills and I picked them up.
You didn't start them against me, did you?
I did.
Oh. I called a guaranteed victory over this guy. I backed it up. I'm calling a guaranteed victory again against Jimbo Hernandez. I'm going to whoop that fool. He's up 4-0 right now, which I expected him to win 4 games all season. So he matched that. Congratulations. Your losing streak starts now. With me.
Good luck, Jimbo.
All right, Panos, who are the top performers of the week?
Top performers of the week.
Greg the Leg.
No, that was the negative performer of the week. Anyways, QB we had Mr. Dak Prescott.
My MVP.
Yeah, that's why Greg didn't kick because he was just
Blowing it up.
And then, bro,
Oh,
Joe Mixon
woke up. I've been in trade talks for this player, Joe Mixon. I've been in trade talks, just trying to buy him real low.
You're not gonna get him now.
Actually, he's playing, I think, the Steelers and the Ravens back to back. So his numbers
His numbers are gonna-
sell high right now because his numbers are going to go way back to the ground, to the gutter, bottom feeder.
Dalvin Cook, second
Consistent,
running back.
consistent.
Third running back, Chris Carson,
My
who was almost wasn't going to play, but he ended up playing and he had a very good game.
He had a burst.
Odell Beckham. Odell had a really good game, man. He really did. Granted, that didn't mean, ironically, Odell had a great game. Baker Mayfield not so much. That's also because, excuse my burp, Jarvis Landry was out there throwing teeters, and he was doing running back stuff. No, Odell was all over the place. Odell ball.
He had 3 touchdowns.
3 touchdowns. Amari Cooper
My guy.
had a good game because, like I said, Dak was out there just throwing like an animal. DJ Chark had a great game.
Yeah.
He was a third receiver. Then tight ends we had Greg Kittle,
My guy.
and then
Damn, I had 3 guys pop on you.
Who was bro?
Robert Tonyan. What's up?
They call him Baby Kittle. So Baby Kittle. And then we had the Chiefs on Monday. They it was kind of sad. Like that dude
Pick
pick
six.
six.
Yeah.
That was Julian Edelman's fault completely. Though. I think hit him square in the hands.
Yeah.
And then kicker was not Greg the Leg, Jason Sanders from the Dolphins.
Yeah, baby.
We got one guy in there. One. Anyways.
Yeah, man. So big props to any of you who own them. I know I had a bunch of those, and Marco had a bunch of those, and Joel had one, and you had none, and kind of rhymed. Anyways, good stuff to that. All right, Bonos, let's do our top 5 waiver pickups.
Actually, no. Before we get to the waiver pickups, let's really quickly talk about injuries.
Oh yes.
So, because it's going to affect some waiver pickups.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler was a big one. Looks like he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
Nick Chubb.
And Nick Chubb was another one that they thought wasn't going to be as bad, and
He's in IR.
looks like he's also going to be out 6 to 8
Yeah.
weeks. They both got put on IR. So obviously for Nick Chubb, more than likely everybody already has Kareem Hunt. Like it's highly unlikely he's not playing for you.
Yeah, he's drafted.
He's not drafted. He's drafted exactly. He's not really a backup. He's running back 1B. Like it is what it is.
Now he's a mega A.
So, but yeah, those are 2 big names, 2 first, second round picks. Nick Chubb for sure. I think Eckler was a borderline first.
Nick
second.
Chubb in our draft was a first round pick.
Eckler, I think, was
early second round.
Yeah, like borderline first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Huge blow. Those are the major injuries I can think of, right? There were
One that's not so big is Kenyon Drake. They said he just got the air hit out of his.
They are knocked out of him. He's fine.
Yeah,
He
but he's
played
fine.
fully practiced, so it wasn't really anything. But something effective, nothing, right? That was it.
No, I'm still big on David Johnson and getting hurt. Yeah, never finishes the season. So.
Okay, that's not your problem.
That and Drake. Drake's gonna get hurt.
That both. I have both my problem.
I have.
Anyways.
I have handcuffs.
Top waiver pickups. You go with your list.
My list. Let's see. If you have the same one as me, let me know. My number 1 waiver pickup is T. Higgins.
That is also my one.
Why?
Because he is the number 2 receiver on that team. AJ Green, as of now, it looks like he's droppable. Like he's not really doing much.
Yeah.
And
He's a name.
He's a stud. It comes a time with everybody, man. It's just he's a bit older as well. He's not what he used to be.
Doesn't have explosiveness.
He doesn't. Tyler Boyd looks like their clear-cut number 1
Yep.
receiver, and then T. Higgins is their number 2. And I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or 2, T. Higgins ends up being their number 1.
With that
He's-
85.
Exactly. He's a rookie, but he's good. He's a good player. He's a solid receiver. He had 2 touchdowns last week, but he had a good amount of targets this week. I think he's going to be the number 1. Just so you know, we're in week 5. At this point, there's most of the good waiver pickups have already been picked up.
Yeah, man.
So now we're kind of
So-
going injuries and scraps and stuff like that.
With T. Higgins, him being a rookie, I was going to say a freshman, him being a rookie with Burrow, they automatically do this. They connect because they're coming up the same.
When was the last time
thing.
that happened for the Bengals?
What? With Dalton Green?
Yeah.
They grew up for 8 years.
That's what I'm saying.
3 divisionals. And,
That's exactly what I'm
was your
saying.
question. Sorry. I was at the bar in Bonita Springs this past weekend, and I was actually with some Cincinnati fans. So it was actually freaking cool, man. It's not every day you see some Cincinnati friends. So it was cool. Next, I have my boy who I've drafted, and I have him in IR, and he's sitting there chilling like a villain. Damian Harris. What's up? Damien Harris of the New England Patriots. What you think?
I think it's a good pickup. I didn't have him. I would have. He probably would have been at like my number 6.
But he's already picked up in our leagues.
But yeah, I would have had him probably at like number 6. I think he's good.
Yeah, man.
It's
17
just
carries,
for
100
that-
yards. He broke
that-
up a 40-yarder.
The problem with me on that is it's just that it's in New England. If it wasn't another team and he did what he did, he would have been my number 1 pickup.
You know the thing is, though? New England has shown that when they have...
last time they showed it.
New England
was
has
last
shown...
season really, and I won the Super Bowl in like 2012.
And before that, they did it with Corey Dillon. So New England has shown when they have a running back, legit a running back,
They had it with Sonny Michel.
they will play. No, Sonny Michel, I'm telling you, bro. When Sonny Michel played for UGA, the guy was Nick Chubb, Todd Gurley. Sonny Michel was the 3rd guy on that roster. And you know what? They realized that. Damien Harris took a long time to understand the playbook because it's freaking nuts what they have there. It's like a genius has to learn it. And now he has it. 17 carries for 100 yards, man. That's big. I'm not starting him this week. And any of you that have him, pick him up. But don't start him. Wait. Because, like you said, you touched on it, it's the Patriots. You still have to be very cautious.
He has the ability. It's not that he's not talented enough to be their clear-cut back.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I'm saying. My issue is the Patriots itself. It's how they always do it. If that does end up happening, good job by you, sir. If it doesn't, I mean, it's a risk you're willing to take.
We'll see.
So that was your number 2. My number 2 was Justin Jackson, mainly because of the Austin Eckler injury. Originally, Joshua Kelly was actually doing really good the first 2 weeks, and he's kind of fallen off since then. I think he had 2 weeks back-to-back with fumbles. So had you asked me 2 weeks ago and Austin Eckler went down 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, bro, this is Josh Kelly, easy, clear-cut number 1 now.
Nope.
I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm not saying that he won't get it, but he's fallen off since he popped off the first 2 weeks. So I think Justin Jackson is going to have is a good person to have in case Joshua Kelly continues to go on a downward trend, and Justin Jackson can come up and maybe possibly be the starter while Eckler is out.
So unfortunately, that is my number 3rd. That is my 3rd choice as well. I say unfortunately because I don't like Justin Jackson for the simple fact that he let me down in the championship 2018. I started him over David Williams, and I lost by about 3 points to the eventual champion Los Angeles Flash. Congratulations to you, sir. I would have won the Super Bowl that year and had 3 rings, but it's okay. I regress. Number 4.
Digress is what he meant to say.
Yes, it gets me crazy. Number 4 for me, number 3 for you. Number 4 for me is Robert Tonyan, the tight end from Green Bay Packers. I like this guy. In 2 other leagues, I actually picked him up last second. This one I have Kittle, so I don't have to. For the most part, I have Dalton Schultz. Thank you for that one. I listened to your advice. Robert Tonyan is baby Kittle, and my gosh, wow, 3 touchdowns. I don't think that'll happen again.
No.
But still, man, he looked good. He looked crisp. He looks like Kittle. I saw the game. Of course, I live with the Packer at Cheesehead. So I saw the game, and I liked what I saw. Robert Tonyan is available in most leagues. Pick him up if you need help at tight end. Remember, with your flex, you can run 2 tight end sets. I'm not saying to do it, but without Devontae Adams, without Allen Lazard, who's Aaron Rodgers going to throw to? He's playing like an MVP. He is an MVP. He needs targets to throw to. Tonyan's going to get those targets.
Okay. I have Tonyan as well, but he's actually my 5th. For me, my number 3 was Scotty Miller. I'll touch on why Tonyan was my 5th. For me, my number 3 was Scotty Miller. Also for the same simple fact, Tom Brady doesn't have many people to throw to now, and he looks like he's built something with Scotty Miller. He likes throwing the ball. Kind of similar to like a Wes Welker, Julian Edelman thing. Not exactly the same because they pretty much primarily played in the slot. He moves around a lot, but he likes him a lot. Godwin's going to be out again. Now they lost O.J. Howard for the year. That was another injury that we forgot to mention. O.J. Howard, torn Achilles, gone for the year. So maybe that brings Gronk's status up. But if it doesn't, there's another receiving option. I think Scotty Miller is up there. So for me, my number 4 was Jimmy Graham. And yours was
Robert Tonyan.
Robert Tonyan. So let me quickly talk about Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham, again, had a pretty solid game, solid week. Pretty much it. I mean, he looks like he has a chemistry with Nick Foles, and Nick Foles tends to piggyback off one target and like focus on him a lot. It could easily go between him or Allen Robinson because they both have pretty solid games.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my number 4. So my number 5 was Robert Tonyan. We're both on number 5 now. So just to piggyback off what you said, I think he's a stud. I think he's really good. The only reason he's at 5 and maybe not 4 or 3 is just because of the week and the Packers themselves. Packers, since Jermichael Finley, have not really used their tight ends. So it's been a very long time since they used their tight ends. And I do feel like this was also a product of not having Devontae Adams, not having Lazard. So I think it was more of it was an opportunity, and he took advantage of it. That doesn't mean that he's not going to be viable moving forward. I think he's still going to be a good tight end moving forward, especially for like bye week fill-ins or something like that. I just don't expect him to have 3 touchdowns or a touchdown every week. He's had 3 consecutive weeks with touchdowns, and he has 6 touchdowns in 3 weeks. 5 touchdowns in 3 weeks. It's a lot. And then also, the other reason why he wasn't higher on the list, they're on a bye this week. So even if you wanted to pick him up, you can't play him. But if you have the space and you want to stash him, then yeah, if it would have been playing this week, I probably would have put him at 3 or 4.
I like it. And that's where I have him at 4. Because my 5 is Mo Ali Cox. He had mentioned him about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. He played basketball. Antonio Gates played
I was
basketball.
right about my comment at the beginning of the year. I just picked the wrong tight end.
So he's Phillip Rivers likes him, throws to him. Yes, this is all true. Though he only caught 1 pass for a touchdown. It counted, but he only had like 3 targets.
But if he's catching 1 touchdown a week, and like that's fine.
7 points. It's someone to look out for. It's someone to add.
Especially
Not everybody.
since he hasn't built anything with Team
Right.
Runner.
Nobody has. Tight end is a very limited position. There's about 3 top tight ends.
We talked about this.
After that, there's like, who do I start?
There's a relatively big drop off.
Right.
They're pretty much interchangeable for the most part. You can even play.
Correct.
You can stream them.
You could
do it based on the matchups.
So that's what I'm saying. Someone to watch, pick up, have on your bench, maybe a week or 2. I fully expect Phillip Rivers and him to keep connecting. He's an athletic beast. I think basketball players are the most athletic people in sports.
We have another one on this list.
So
I have him, Jimmy Graham.
Yeah. So I'm not too big on Jimmy Graham. I had Jimmy Graham about 2 weeks ago when Kittle was hurt. I needed to fill in the spot. Jimmy Graham threw up a dud for me. It's hit or miss. It's not really consistent. He's not on my list, but I like Austin Hooper from the Cleveland Browns. That's a running team who does a lot of play action. Hooper plays about 98% of the snaps. I look at that. That's important. If your player is on the field for the majority of the snaps,
It increases the chances he's going to be used.
right, because if you're a quarterback, which Baker isn't the best one, but if he knows how to check down accordingly, from right to left, left to right, whatever he wants to do, you can see, oh, there he is, But Baker's a different subject, and that's that. But keep in mind, Austin Hooper does play about 98% of all snaps, so keep that in mind. All right, Spanos,
I think that's pretty much it.
you have your beer left, I have my beer left. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening once again.
We gotta finish it.
Alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, we also still can't find Arturito. After that Heat victory, I don't know where he went. Panos and him
changed his name.
Panos and
Guillermo
him.
Arturito.
Panos and Arturito disappeared for
I like
about.
Enrique. He's a cool guy.
His name is Guillermo Arturito Enrique Vasquez, and he disappeared. If we're going to try to have him back for Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening once again. Peace up. We'll see you in a couple of days.
Go Heat.